Hi, I'm Eric Westrich, and you're watching Startup Show San Diego, a startup TV show about startup companies. We're here at Clever Talks. We just saw Mark Cuban speak about veteran entrepreneurs or vetrepreneurs. And we're here with Chris Soriano, co-founder of Clever Talks. Chris, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me on the show.
So, Clever Talks, what is it? Why did you start it?
I created Clever Talks because I believe in our veterans' ideas. I believe that these are some of the most smartest, most talented people in the world, and they fight for our country, they defend us, and I felt that there is no platform where they can showcase why they created something or why they're doing what they're doing and how it's helping people. So we packaged that up and called it Clever Talks, and that's why we did it for our veterans.
So tell me about the first conversation you ever had with somebody when you had this idea. Who did you talk to and how was that received?
Oh, the first response was, that just sounds like a boring conference. Like, it just sounds like, why would I go to that? You know, it was all negative when I first started it. And I just told myself, though, we've got it. You told me something earlier about MVPs, like minimum viable products, right? We have to make something. If you believe in something, you should make it, test it, see if the people would want this. And I made it, and a lot of veterans came to this conference. And I said, I knew that we can fulfill a need this way.
When you had this idea of rolling out veteran-tailored conferences, what was your biggest challenge in making that happen?
I reached out to Mark Cuban via email, and he said he'll show up. No contract, no agreement. So I didn't even know he was going to be here. So I had good faith and good judgment. So
So now that you've done the conference, what is one thing that somebody said to you personally, no matter who it is, that made you feel like I'm on the right track?
there's a female who attended who had an eating disorder. I didn't know anything about this. And she attended, and she has never once networked in her life in the sense of an entrepreneurship. So she was there, immediately started to network with people because of the environment that it was. And then in the end, she approached me and she was telling me that, yeah, you know what, I had this eating disorder. I didn't want to open up to anyone about it. But one of the speakers there, Teresa Larson, she talked about her eating disorder on stage. And from that conference up until today, she's never thrown up one meal, and she sought help from the Family Fleet Services, and she's active duty, and she's getting treated. So the fact that Clever Talks helped her stop throwing up her meals made me go, wow, this is going way beyond than just empowerment. It's actually saving lives.
So let's jump into the future. What do you think it looks like a year or two from now? How are things different?
A year or two from now, we will be on bases throughout America and overseas. I want to do a tour with some of the most talented, smartest veterans, as well as active duty troops, to bring this to Afghanistan, to bring this to Kuwait, wherever we can, to empower our troops overseas.
Outstanding. And probably the most important question, if somebody wants to know about more about Clever Talks or find out about you, what's the best way for that to do that?
They can go to clevertalks.com, but more importantly, you just go to YouTube and put in Clever Talks and watch all our talks right there too.
Very good. Chris, thank you for what you do. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.